You've been at the business for 7 months. You happy with the numbers? You happy with the strategy? You happy with this way the business is going?
Yeah, I'm happy. A really strong set of results for last year. RevPAR was up 2.7% globally. Our net system size growth, the number of hotel rooms we opened around the world was up 4%, our best result since 2009. Underlying profits up 8%, our earnings per share up 22%, and that enables us to increase our dividend by 11% year over year, so a really strong set of results. And today we announced a number of strategic initiatives to build on those results, to take existing brands into new markets, as you noted, launch new brands, continue to invest in technology, and retain our commitment to driving shareholder returns and value.
China's growing pretty quickly. How quickly will it grow in the future?
You know, I was fortunate to live in Shanghai for nearly 5 years running our business there. And that market goes from strength to strength as it moves from more of a manufacturing market, much more focusing on resources and consumption. So we're opening up a significant number of hotels, nearly 100,000 rooms in China today. And you're really seeing that market stabilize, grow, and actually strengthen. So we're really encouraged about the long-term value of the market there, which is why we've brought new brands. And then looking at the U.S., we saw a really strong fourth quarter, and we've launched a new brand in the United States, Avid Hotels, which they already have 75 hotel signings, even since we only launched it in the middle of last year. We've already broken ground, opened our first one, and looking to launch new brands around the world too. So hopefully this year you'll see us launch an upscale conversion brand, and we're out there searching for some nice luxury brands to go out there and acquire to round out our portfolio.
Just to circle back to China, you've got, I think, around 300 hotels now. How many will there be in 2 years' time? You just gave me a number. I just want to kind of put that into terms that maybe we can understand. Hotels, 300. Is that double in 2 years' time? Is that kind of 25% up? Give me a sense of what we're looking at.
Yeah, to give you a sense of how that business has scaled up over time, which is what's critical, is having a scaled business in China. I was there 10 years ago. We had 100 hotels. I left 5 years ago. We had 200 hotels. Now we have 300 hotels. It's continuing to accelerate, too. We've launched our Holiday Inn Express franchising platform there, which has gotten great momentum with already 75 hotels signed. So you'll see that market continue to accelerate and grow across our entire brand portfolio going forward.
OK, let's talk about the U.S. You have talked about the U.S. tax story in the past as being a boon for the business. What does that actually mean?
Yes, sure. So the U.S. tax reform, when we announced back in December, will have high single-digit impact for us, lowering our tax rate to lower 20%. And that just gives us more cash to be able to invest back into the business, because fundamentally growing this business organically by launching new brands and bringing brands into new markets is how you create maximum shareholder value. You think over the last 14 years, we've returned $13 billion to our shareholders through the free cash flow generation of this company. And by launching new brands and continuing to accelerate our existing brands, that's how this model works, and it's proven so successful for so long.
One of your biggest competitors, Accor, is kind of heading down a similar route in terms of being asset light. We're going to be seeing that process kind of pushed on a little bit further very shortly. The competitive landscape, how will that change as a result?
You know, my view of the industry fundamentally is that the big hotel companies are going to continue to get bigger and bigger and take more advantage of scale and take more share in this industry too. So we're well positioned to do that, being one of the largest hotel companies in the world. And again, I think what's going to be challenging for the smaller hotel companies is their ability to invest in technology. So we're launching a cloud-based technology platform this year with a central reservation system and a revenue management system that's cutting edge. Small companies can't afford to do that and make the investment in digital too. So I think you'll see more consolidation happen across this industry as things progress, as smaller companies basically recognize that it's hard for them to compete moving forward.
Can I just ask you a slightly left field question? The Me Too movement and how income inequality is affecting different industries. How do you think both of those two issues are going to affect the hotel industry?
You know, I think it's something that our fundamental diversity and how we have great corporate cultures is what determines long-term sustainability for companies today. So having a diverse executive team and really making sure that we are a place that's appealing and safe to work at is fundamental for companies. And so, you know, I'm really proud of the fact that we have one of the most diverse boards on the FTSE. We have significant diversity across our senior management and have committed to the 30% club. It's something that's core to who we are and what we do. And I think it's something every company can get better at. It has to be more and more focused on it and making sure we're doing the right thing for our people around the world.
But Keith, you talk about the board and you talk about diversify at the board level. That's one end of the spectrum. But does that reach down into the people that are cleaning rooms, that are cleaning pools, that are making sure that the mechanics of a hotel operate in the way that they should?
Yeah, I mean, it basically has to be equal work for equal pay across our businesses, across the world, something that's core to who we are. And also, how do you promote diversity? And diversity is not just gender, it's ethnicity, it's demographics. So it's really understanding that, because that's what makes companies stronger, too. So we're very, very focused and committed to doing that. When you look at our senior executive talent outside the board, we have a high level of diversity, and that's continued to increase year over year, and something that we continue to focus on all the way through the hotels.
And the sexual harassment issue?
You know, in an industry with hundreds of thousands of hotel rooms around the world, something that's going to happen in different places at different times, we're very, very fortunate to have very strong policies in terms of zero tolerance in our hotels and our workforce, and working with our teams to make sure they really understand through training and development, too. So it's something that it happens in so many industries and so many businesses. But what you have to do is you have to lead from the front and lead from the top. You have to set an example as a chief executive and as a leadership team that you don't tolerate this, and that you make sure that you're creating an environment where people feel confident they can report when issues come up and how we handle them.